emphasis on this again. We done did this shit before. We been running the scope. Back end and it's gone. Batman on the song. Bruce Wayne with a phone. Nigga play, nigga gone. That shit killing my vibe.
Hey, what's good? I'd like to thank y'all to come out here to hey, let's talk about it. Man, we got a full house today. We still got people coming in here. So hey, come on in, leave your comments, likes, all that. So we got a full, got some good ass topics today. So tune in. I see the viewers coming on in. I'm gonna let people go in and comment. We get stuff together. I'm gonna go ahead and go around and start introducing everybody. We got my boy Big here. B.I.G. y'all already know who he is. Jay Waiters, you already know. R&B. You already know. My boy LaDon, every week you already know he up in this life.
AKA Walking Miracle of God, Walking Miracle Collection.
And then I'm Domo, Footprint, you already know. Hey, let's talk about it then. We got my girl Mitri here.
Special guest.
Ridiculous one. See, my apologies. I've been trying to get it since she told me. Like, hey, ridiculous one. So we got a lady personality up in here, so she's gonna give her point of view and stuff like that. And with her wisdom and her knowledge in the game, hey, it's gonna be a good ass show though. So tune in. We about to get ready to get started. I know me and my boy Jay kind of want to talk on the sports, get that out the way while people chime in and stuff like that. I'm sitting up here watching this Philly game. It's 66-61 third quarter. So hey, Philly gonna beat them, but Philly ain't going nowhere. Shout out to LA Lakers. They did their thing. I'm not a Lakers fan, but I'm an LBJ fan. So, we got them upcoming fights coming too, and I know my boy Jay be good. And Davis fight coming on the 22nd, is it? Or the 25th, or it's something like that. It's this weekend coming up. So,
Davis, man, come on.
They say Davis, but the miss can say Garcia.
Well, of course they're gonna say Garcia.
That's like they gonna get them to win right before Cinco de Mayo.
It's like y'all starting to find out about Canelo.
And love it, don't live there anymore. I done seen too much, I'm not the same no more. So I
don't calling it 6-7 round. He's not even going the distance. I say at least go the distance. I say at least go the distance. I feel like my boy Garcia he gonna be able to escape and try to run. He gonna make it go the distance. Now I give you that. He gonna have a heart to get up. Now I'm not gonna say he ain't gonna get like that.
But somebody gotta do it. Shit, I might as well do it. This shit gon' change.
I know we got some good sports, and right now we got the draft coming up. That's on the 27th. That's not this Thursday, the next Thursday. That's gonna be dope.
In Kansas City.
Yeah, I know my boy LaDon's birthday coming. So
May 3rd, Tyrus game. Shout out to them Tyruses, man. We gonna turn up. Oh, it's gonna be stupid.
It's gonna be stupid. He gonna turn up for real, man.
Can't let the game fuck me over, bitch. I'm celibate. I'm out for presidents, planning every move. When I move, I can't be hesitant.
Most of the world saw him this past weekend. I can't pronounce the fighter's name. He's Asian. I don't want to gut him too much. But he was a tough opponent. Shakur outclassed boxed him by a long shot. Now we just waiting to see if either him or Devin Haney, or after Devin Haney fights Lomachenko, which that's gonna be a good one. We're gonna talk about that one probably in a couple weeks.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks. Y'all already know we gotta talk about that. So I mean, like I said, there's a lot of sports that's going on, which is real good. And if you're a sports fan like I am, with the baseball starting, you got hockey playoffs starting. Hey, the Stars, they're in the playoff. Bro, I watch hockey too when it comes to the playoffs. I'm an all around. Here you go. I was say I'm an all around sports player when it comes to it. Only thing I really ain't got into, which I'm gonna have to get more into, is the women's UFC. I ain't really got into it yet. Definitely ever since what's her name got knocked out. Rozzy. Since she got knocked out, I ain't really been a huge fan of it or nothing like that. So,
female boxing been going down pretty good. The Glow and Alicia Baumgart.
Ah, yeah.
You get a chance, check out Alicia Baumgart. That's them two bad sisters.
Okay, so I said I'm gonna have to catch up on that or whatever. But let's go on and get into some of these topics because we do only have an hour, and I know each one of these is gonna take a 15-20 minutes. We got so many guests still coming through and stuff like that. And I know we really wanted to dig deep up into one that we had kind of last week. This is our first time on YouTube. Again, like, share, follow. This is our first time on YouTube. We coming from Facebook. We're going to YouTube too. So
Yes,
hey, tune in every Monday at 8 o'clock. Let's talk about it. Hey, we come out here, we talk about all types of subjects. The topic we're gonna go on and get into right now is kind of like I said, coming off of last week. Pastors in church, pray or prayer. With a lot of churches today, and when we say this, with a lot of churches today with the ATMs, I know me, it sits wrong with me, and I grew up in a church. Just the whole from what I grew up in to where it is now,
right?
Is oh man. It's completely it's a fashion
it's a fashion show. Number one,
it's
competition.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm like this. We all, and so I feel like we all have experienced something. You know what I'm saying? In that church realm or in that spiritual religious realm that you thought
YouTube might
was supposed to be a certain way, but you getting this on a certain way. Okay, like if you go to a pastor and you telling him your situation, or it ain't got to be a pastor, it just be a religious individual. You know what I'm saying? Who think they holier than thou, whatever that may be, and you confiding in them, and when you confiding in them and you telling them what's going on with you, are you really praying for me to elevate, or you praying of what I just told you as that's PREY? Are you praying on my downfall?
And like I said last week, comprehension is key. Cause
or do you just see a new potential
candidate
bill payer?
Pay these bills.
Oh, you pay tithes and offering, but then you can be short on a light bill and have a hard time even getting a light bill paid. A lot of these churches. And these multi-millionaire,
why should you have to pay that back if you've already paid it? Your tithes. I don't want to have this conversation because there are certain things that we want to cover up, and we shouldn't cover these things up. Okay, if you are being a dedicated person to the church, you are a choir member, you usher boy, you're using you as an instrument and as a vessel, and you've been doing all your due diligence under the Son of God, and when you go before them and you ask them for certain things or whatever that may be, like I said, you paid your tithes in full, you short on one of your bills because you've been doing stuff for your children, and they might say, well, hey, yeah, I'm going to get this to you, Sister Johnson, but we're going to need that back in full. Mm-hmm. So if you need that back in full, why am I paying something back when I've already paid it forward?
No, I'm with y'all.
So what? Go ahead.
Why some of these churches got building funds the last 40, 50 years ain't got
nothing done? And we ain't building nothing yet.
I'm preaching.
We ain't going out into the community to do nothing. That's right. But y'all mega churches, you big, you this. But I take a young individual like myself that I go out my pockets and I go into the streets. I call myself the street God, the trench God. I'm gonna go into the trenches, and they gonna do that because the reason they gonna find a nose upon you is because it's not them doing it because they're grand now. Yep. You see what I'm saying? They forgot where they come from, which I'm not gonna forget where I come from because guess what? That's what made me into the man and the individual that I am. That I'm able to go out and give back because guess what? I was one of them that took from the community. So if I was one of them that taken, I got a record. Thank God that I did my 10 years deferred probation. You know what I'm saying? So now that I did that, I'm praying on the community. You know what I'm saying?
Then another thing.
one thing that we notice in a lot of churches is they frown upon a lot of R&B and rap when they give back to the community.
Well,
in a lot
well,
of
you gotta
churches.
understand.
But listen, to what a lot of these rappers and stuff give more back to the community.
So their foundation is real. Just like you can take Tyrese, or you can take any of these other artists.
Until they make it.
Yeah,
That's really
but why though? Why though?
Because at the end of the day, let me just keep it real. Most of them building a cult instead of really going by the word of God. Yeah, that's really what it's. A lot of them see the figures, and they act and they portray week in, week out. That's what's going on a lot of the times, and you know, a lot of people who come to church have talents, plural, and what I mean plural. Yeah, they're using you as a vessel, but at the same time they're using you up. And then when it's something, when you
that's what
one day,
that's what that part of
the place that you done.
So that's what that part of I say, are you praying? Are you praying? Because if you really praying for me, PRAY,
you're gonna check on me.
You're gonna check on me.
You're gonna check on me all the time.
You know what? I just had a conversation about 3 days ago, and I was telling somebody I was at a low point in my life, probably like 15 years ago, and the relationship I was in, like, it wasn't physical abuse, but the verbal abuse was so bad, and my kids were younger. I just felt like I couldn't do this no more. I didn't want to go on. So I'm for be sexist, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people, you know, per little city, you know. So very, very small. So I called the pastor and rest his soul. I won't name his name, but right now. But when I spoke to Pastor, and I told Pastor what I was going through and how I was in despair, and I just didn't think that I had another day or another fight in me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, I'm going through so much. I've been through so much, and there was so many changes in my life at that time. And I was coming, like, Dallas was still new to me, and being from the country, being so green, you know what I'm saying?
Right, didn't know much.
Man,
because that country life and that city life is two different things. It's two different speeds.
It is, you know. So I didn't know, not because I wasn't knowledgeable of life, but the city life. It was swallowing me whole, and it just had me where I didn't think that I could.
That's one of the things that the city life will do. It will swallow you whole if you're not from here. There's a lot of people that come out here and
that's true,
man. And definitely with the entertainment world, like I literally just recently seen it, and not saying no names, but with a little sister of mine's kind of in the church game or whatever. She came out here and kind of want to get into the entertainment game because of where she was from, and it kind of took up our storm to where I said, "Hey,
we tried to tell her,
it was a pimp." You know what I'm saying? So it was like that was already something that blew my mind because I didn't know, coming from where I come from, that pimps are real. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, this is real talk.
When this dude asked me, because I met him in the country, and 4 days, we fished the whole 4 days, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, okay, you know, I'm not knowing. He talking about the track. I ran track in school. I was, you know what I'm saying? So we talking about the track, you know. Like, my girls ain't, you know, we do this, you know. Well, I did this. But I didn't know what he was talking about. But the thing about it is, you know, because I always asked him, and like he told me, my mind was too strong. So, you know what I'm saying? He couldn't get me out there because I don't care where I come from, knew what I was and wasn't going to do.
Right.
And what, you know what I'm saying, I have to do and I don't have to do. You know what I'm saying? So, back on the church thing, pastor, every time I come home, my friend is in church, she's here, he got to let everybody know that I'm there, and I'm like, oh God, pastor, no, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't put me on
blast like that.
Yeah, but I just don't put stand up. Come on.
So my question: how did you feel about that? Did you feel like he was preying on you at that point in time?
The thing about it is, I ain't gonna lie. Pastor was cool. Pastor was gangster. You know what I'm saying? He was real, But Pastor married a few women in church, and I ain't gonna lie, God rest her soul, but when Pastor got a new bed, you know what I'm saying? First person told me about it was my mama. You know, I sit there and I can't pay tithes. I'm like, hey, I need to pay y'all dues, we'll send y'all money and everything. But when I called Pastor in despair that one day, and like I said, it's 15 plus years ago, Pastor died a few years ago. Y'all know I'm still waiting on that phone call.
Wow.
I'm still waiting on that phone call. So
that you never received.
That I never received, but you give me all this acknowledgement when I come home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a big deal in church in front of everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when I really needed you.
Oh, you took that right out of my mouth.
When I really needed you.
You weren't there.
You know what I'm saying? You wasn't there. I mean, and I voice kind of gets shaky even talking about it now. You know what I'm saying?
Do you still hold on to that because you never got that phone call that you really was seeking for? That you
I do, and I can't lie. It took something out of me with going home and being dedicated to going to church, and then my kids, they went to school down there, and then I brought them, I brought them to Dallas. When I brought them to Dallas, I never let them go back down there or whatever. So it's like holidays and everything, like, hey, y'all come home, we going to church. Nah, I'm not going to church. Well, if I'm gonna go to church, I'm not going to pastor church. You know what I'm saying? I'm going down the street. I'm going over here to the white folks church. I'm going over here to a section. I'm not going there because pastor lost. I mean, my faith in pastor, not pastors, pastor. Yeah. It's certain pastor. My faith in him. You call me your friend in front of the congregation, but when I call you,
you're not that friend.
One-on-one, where is my friend?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Where is my friend? But I'm at your house, ain't it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, like everybody there, everybody knows that. You married this one, you married that one. So I think even though Pastor had great things to say in church, like I said, he was real, he was hood about it, what he'd been through, he expressed that in church. He called a spade a spade. I appreciate that with any pastor. Keep it real with me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Keep it real with me no matter what.
So do you think pastors are really keeping it real nowadays?
I don't. I'm actually going through a situation with my baby where I have driven by and seen like people pass out the pamphlets and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I never knew about like Islamic people, just different. I didn't know just about the different, And I was so happy of my baby going to church. She was back in church and she was happy, and I'm like, I get a call, like, oh, she's going to church, she's not home, she's going to church. And then when I found out that like, oh my God, my baby, like you wearing covers over your head, you know what I'm saying? Like the women over here, the men over here, pastor's preaching, pastor is saying cuss words, you know what I'm saying? I mean, man, say, this is
okay. So back to that.
A lot of y'all got to understand. A lot of pastors come from pimping.
Yeah, but that
pulpit. But
that you said that.
My old pastor did.
But that you said that.
It's preaching and ministers is still pimping these days. That would look like.
I believe that, and I believe that.
It's the same thing.
Legal
pimping.
He called it. Legal pimping. That's it.
Legal pimping.
That's what it is because I know nowadays who is helping somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to tell you, oh well, this church. But look at the churches that's really helping the people. You know what I'm saying? Your church can't help you.
They don't help you.
Your church that you feeding your money into, your hard-earned money into. You know what I'm saying? They ain't helping you. You having to go over here to freaking Plano, having to go up. You know what I'm saying? You having to go off. You know what I'm saying? To get help from a church. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like where I live at now, you know what I'm saying? I was talking to she's like, man, say this ain't even my apartment. I'm about to get kicked out. You know, well, I didn't know pretty much everybody over got sex state or whatever. I'm like, I pay rent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I never lived over there. Hey, they approved and moved in. That was that. You know, and so I was like, so what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like $1,800. Dang, you know, girl, that's not come up with it one time. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, well, I can't help you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know where to tell you to go to. Yeah. But they were like, well, you know, they got these churches. And I'm like, what church you finna go to? Finna give you $1,800.
They do.
But you're right, they do. But, you know, I was like, you know, ask me, she got a church? Oh, I got a church home. But your church home won't help you?
But our church homes, yeah, they not the ones giving it away though. That's right.
But
they will tell you where you can find the help at, or their help is so minuscule that I mean it's like you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like you didn't help me.
They give a plate to eat a spaghetti.
Like they might give you some food or whatever, like ain't no meat off in here. Here goes some canned goods. What am I gonna do?
You gotta come in. They said the white folks church on the comment.
Church. That's it right there.
But my question is this: why do you feel that you should have to go to those churches to seek that help when you right here in your own community?
Can I ask you a question?
I mean, you can answer the question.
It be the preacher's fault. Why? Because they probably in the way they want everybody to be. They ashamed a lot of stuff. They hold a lot. They hide a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you said that because there was an incident on Easter, and when you can find in a religious individual or spiritual individual, and when certain situations come about, that's why I brought the topic of praying or pray, because when a person knows your situation and things don't seem to go their way, you begin to see that true color. And hold on. And it's a person that you, like you said, the person that you love the most, that you confide in, and you will hope that person will call you or check on you or whatever, but that person is really praying on your downfall and praying on you because of simple fact.
That's where I was going with it. That's kind of
so with me seeing this individual act the way that this individual acted, I never expected this person to act that way because of your status. You know what I'm saying? Of your religious status to all that. But then too, like I said, God is exposing.
Yeah, bro.
Oh yeah.
And when I say he's exposing things,
we see it.
We see it every day.
Every day. You can get a pistol. I mean, we see it daily. I mean, it's one of them things to where it's sad, and the churches are, like I said, getting more and more of a entertainment show than anything. And one thing that I did grow up on that I know that was real huge, as far as I was told, growing up in the church, one religion that actually lived by the Bible is one religion that we try to a lot of the times ignore at the door and stuff like that, and that's Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
and that'd be crazy because when you go to a Christian church, that'd be the biggest thing. They got Bibles everywhere. They talk about the Bible. They live by the Bible. They go by the Bible, but they don't live by the Bible because a lot of them had kids out of wedlock.
Mm-hmm.
If you read the Bible, that it's a lot of sins that we break, but then it's cool depending upon the level of the level of your sin. So I mean, it's one of them things where it's sad to see it's happening. We're gonna get into this next topic because I know this one gonna kind of go deep too.
Hey man, move on that one, man.
Yeah, we're gonna move on it because once we get into these, once you get into these other ones, I feel like I said, dude. And the next topic is: do kids lower your attraction or your interest in somebody when looking for a soulmate? And the reason why I say that is because a lot of great women and a lot of great men, fathers, though. They have a lot of kids make mistakes at a young age.
We do.
And with them making the mistakes and a lot of us maturing at a certain age, for men, I feel like for men, a lot of us start maturing by the age of 30. After 30, that's when you really start. And any dude before 30, I hate to say it, is regardless of what he tell you, how much he loves you,
He's still trying to find himself.
He's still finding himself. Been together and stuff like that. I feel like, and this is gonna be another topic for another day. I feel like a lot of them relationships that do kind of have that hold on you from a high school kind of tarnish or diminish a lot of them people that's up in it, because majority of all they know is that person until they finally get up out of there.
Right.
But with this question, it's more so of do kids and the number of kids or the number of baby daddies and baby mamas do that lower your
I'm gonna say no, because I've been there. Because if you feeling that individual, you gonna deal with all that, because it's a package deal, and she should deal with your package too. You know what I'm saying?
The way it should
No,
be.
I said that's exactly what
That's
I
the way it
said.
should
I
be.
said
You're right, that's
I
the way it
said
should be.
that that's the way
You're-
that it should be.
It should. That's what
I've been in that situation with a young lady who had multiple kids or whatever that may be. So it wasn't about that, because even though she had multiple kids, you can see a vision in the kid.
Yeah.
So just because she had multiples or whatever that may be, I'm not gonna say, well, I ain't interested in her because she got 3-4 baby daddies.
A lot of them do.
I mean, they do, but you as being an adult, like bro just said, if you of the age to understand life, 24, 25, you probably, no, I don't know if I want to deal with all that.
Key word you said was adult. I mean,
some people,
but it get even harder.
I'm just saying though.
You become adult by age.
I'm just saying. No, by mindset. You become adult by mindset. Because you can be a certain age, and your mindset is still as a child.
Now I'm gonna say this because I've had 5 kids. You know what I'm saying?
No,
I'm soon to be grandmother of 7.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Come June, I have 7 grandkids.
Cool.
And my oldest child, I had my first child when I was 15. I'm 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? So whatever I'm speaking on is just what I've been through. I got the city version, I've got the country version. You know what I'm saying? Because I got 2 baby daddies. I got my first baby daddy when I was in 8th grade. You know what I'm saying? So 8th grade on through high school, you know what I'm saying? After that, we had 2 kids together, you know, and then 7.5 years with my second baby daddy, which he was older, a lot older. So, you know, me being younger, my mama told me, she said, ain't no man gonna want you with 2 kids, young as you are.
There's a lot of people.
But my mama told me,
even with one, some of them be like that.
Me that no man was gonna want
but let me
so
ask you
I
this.
had to stay with my baby daddy.
But let me ask you this though. So with that being said, do you think that messed your mind up because she told you that? From her standpoint, she's telling you, oh, ain't no man gonna want you. Well, that's her mindset. But you cannot stop that man's mindset. If that man digs you, if you walking down the street looking like a diva and you stun your damn kids at that point in time.
And that's true. He's not.
Because when you had that conversation,
for the wrong thing at that
no,
point.
but check this out. If it comes to this, if you walking and y'all having this conversation, it's that man's mindset. If that man is an adult enough to say, hey, I'm okay with you and your 2 kids, you can disregard what your mama said.
But see, this is what happened. At 17, because when I turned 17, I had my second child, and I was almost 18, but I was 17 actually. My birthday in October, I had it in August. So I had it at 17. So I'm out of school because I graduated early, but I had 2 kids. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, me and my first baby daddy, you know what I'm saying, 8th grade on through, we're done. So I meet my second baby daddy.
Right.
And this is who my mom told me that, like, because I was telling her that, Mama, he's physically abusing me. You know what I'm saying? I'm being abused. I ain't never been abused. I'm 17. He's fucking 26 years old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So And I'm in the country, so it was totally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was definitely different, you know what I'm saying? And so like out here, I mean, this is just a whole different world from down there where you got 2,000 people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So having my own place and everything, and then when I met him, and he was cool and everything, you know. So me not even thinking, I'm like, Mama, look, but he too old. And so, you know, everything was cool. I had surgery just right after I had my baby, probably a month later. He came to the hospital and stuff. So I was like, you know what? This dude, you know, must care. You know what I'm saying? Right. He ain't worried about, like he said, he wasn't worried about me having 2 kids.
Right.
Not thinking, honestly, man, I'm gonna say this. I mean, we had 3 kids together. I don't care. Real is real. And I represent real. You know what I'm saying? He was 26 years old. He was too fucking old to be talking to me or anything to start with. And God rest her soul, but my mama, she was wrong, you know. But all in all, at the end of the day, and this is not a secret, and you know, like I said, I represent real. My mama died 4 years ago, and 17 years. I did 7.5 years. This man, my mama did 17 years. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When she died, I had to call him at her house.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Tell him. You know, so I'm like, did the stuff I'm going through and all this, did you make me stay in this so that you can keep him close to you? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I had my.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to one of these comments right here. My boy TJ said most men with resources did work to get those resources and do not want to spend those resources on another man's kids. So with that being said, that kind of answers that question. Does it devalues?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because do that man really want to put all his resources into that?
A real man will.
A real man will.
Okay. So what's the definition of a real man? Because we always talk.
I'm about to say,
because we always talk about what's the
definition
definition of a real man?
If that man wants her. Yeah.
I just said that. If that man wants her, he gonna deal with that. If he wants her, he's gonna deal with that. And it's not about just a sexual thing.
That's why I said past sex, but at the same time, you gotta at the same time, it's either a vibe with you and that person, or you're gonna have to build, because a lot of times a man or a woman gonna want to see how you are with your children. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. You know what I'm saying? A woman see you good with your children, she gonna fall in love with you. Oh, he doing good with them kids. A man see a woman doing good with her kids, and he gonna fall in love with her and the kids. Yeah, regardless.
That's true.
And another.
That's the same thing with men. Even when I had 2 kids, females was like, hell no.
So like I said, it's a
female. So
but
you know what I'm saying?
To also one of them things. Are you and your baby mama still staying together? Or you and your baby daddy still staying together? You can't sit here and be like, I got 2 kids with my baby mama, but I'm single.
Right.
Y'all stay together. Now we know y'all fucking, because I hate to say it. It don't necessarily mean it, but
but not I'm not this shit.
Yeah, and I'm not saying this for every woman, but go ahead, what you got?
Tanya Martin said, kids are a plus if you are digging a man with kids, especially if he is active in their lives. That makes him more active, grown.
More attractive.
Oh yeah, more attractive, grown. So you got understand.
So if he's active in his kid's life, it make him more attractive. But then again, it goes down to with some women, if he's too good and too close to his kids, hold on. Then they go into the baby mama. How's their relationship? And I hate to say it, a lot of the times, though, people say that us as people have a jealous bone. And if you liking somebody and you really feeling somebody, regardless of who you is, and I'm poly, and I'm one of them people where I know love and lust are 2 different things, but even somebody just laying down with somebody else is one of them things of I want to know. And it's an ease of my mind. So the fact that that's your baby daddy, and one, y'all already had a kid, y'all tied for life, and though not every woman is the same, it's a high percentage of the women that still go back to that baby daddy, because you can start talking to a female and y'all can start talking to them. Next thing you know, she back dating her baby daddy, or she had another kid with her baby daddy. It's been plenty of single women that talk to me that have 1 kid, and next thing I know, they say, he a bad baby daddy and this and that, and talk shit about that baby daddy.
But he
and
back
then,
with
hold
him.
on. But listen, 2 years later, she pregnant again, and she pregnant by the same dude. Hold on, you just said he wasn't shit, but now all of a sudden you back pregnant.
Yeah.
Story of my life.
So it just
story of my life.
Yeah, because she was
They say-
shit. That was fucking the whole time
So
anyway.
question. And in our consideration.
And definitely with OnlyFans, fam, a lot of them,
hold
their content, it's a lot of safe. It's a lot safer.
But if you had a choice in our consideration with equal, what would you choose? And this both men and women. Would you a man with kids, a man without kids, or a woman with kids, or a woman without kids?
Me now, I want a woman without kids, possibly, or if she have kids, her kids
and why
old enough. Her kids are old enough to where they understand what this is. Hopefully, teenage age and stuff. I'm not trying to be stepdad again, and the reason being is because of my past relationships. As far as yeah. As far as my relationships, I'm already a stepfather to two, and regardless of the fact, I'm continue being a stepfather to both of them and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, it's just one of them things with me that I'm at the age now. I don't want kids. I'm 34. I prefer she already have. That way we can just travel the world, we can do what we're doing, we can have fun, we can enjoy each other. Because that's my thing with the monogamous thing. My thing with the monogamous thing is I'm sharing you with your kids. I'm sharing you with your family. And so when I go to monogamous and you say you selfish, I go into that, you can't say you selfish. Because if you got two siblings and I ask you which one you love, you're going to say I love them both equally. So you can love your siblings equally, but you can't love individuals equally. And that'd be my biggest doubt. Like I said, my love be uncaged as far as when it comes to that. Because if I'm rocking with you, I'm rocking with you. And though, like I said before, though I say I'm poly, I'm the type of, if she's doing what she's doing at home, poly is me as far as I'm open and I'm grown man anyway as far as telling the truth of who I am. If you handle at home, I hate to say it, and I'm getting what I'm getting as far as sex wise, you don't have to worry about if I'm sleeping with nobody else. Because 9 times out of 10, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm always on a job working, doing something. It ain't enough time in the day for me. I got to go to the gym, I got to work. And then we still doing what we doing, I don't have enough time in the day. But that comes down to you gonna have to be on your shit, just like I'm gonna have to be on my shit as far as continue doing what I'm doing. So that's my whole side of it. As far as I prefer a woman with kids that's old enough to understand or they well off. I don't want kids.
What you got, madam?
Go ahead.
Come on now, you want a man? You want a man?
For me,
what would you like?
As a mother and a grandmother, because all my kids are grown. I prefer a man with kids for the simple fact that, number one, if he already has kids, then he understands that, your time has to be divided. I mean, he has to have his time because in my life, it's always been the same for me, I mean, God has understood in my life, but my kids, now I have grandkids, so my kids and grandkids up there together, but then it's my man. Then, everybody else kind of follow afterwards because it's like my sister gonna be my sister, my brother gonna be my brother, all of them gonna be who they are or whatever, we don't live together, so, they take care of their life and their stuff or whatever, so, my man, saying for our family or whatever, a lot of single guys, and I come across this a lot, they don't understand, I want to see you. Well, okay, hey, the grandkids came over. I didn't expect them to come over, but, or, one of the kids came through or whatever. Well, now it's coming, you really didn't have the interest that you said you had, because if you did, you would understand that anything, I mean, like your mama can pop up at his house, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna understand that, hey, your mama came through, you ain't got kids, and like a lot of I've been in a relationship with a lot of great guys. They great guys that may have had one kid or may have wanted a son. So I think guys like, hey, what no longevity with me because I'm like, I don't have 5 kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm done. Ain't no more kids here. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more kids here. I'm knocking the hell out of 50. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more kids here. And and they're like, no matter how great of a woman I am, and they want to forever be, tied some kind of way, but hey, I can't be with you like that because I got to get my son, or I need a child. Well, that's cool. You go do that. I need me a man that's ready. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what I want. Because I'm not gonna waste your time, and I don't want you to waste mine because we waste each other's time. If you know that my situation can't work for you, because I mean, I've had the man that's been no kids and selfish. You know what I'm saying? Didn't want my kids, come in there like when they were young and stuff like that or whatever. Baby, it's over and done with. There is no more because if you don't understand that I'm giving you what you need in your time,
right.
every day, every hour I got in my day can't be spent sitting up with you because ain't no money being made. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you got kids, you got responsibility. So you know what I'm saying? That in life, that there are things that got to be done. People that don't really have kids and stuff, a lot of them don't have, they have mindset that like, hey, money, cars, clothes, you know what I'm saying? Hoes, niggas, they on that right there. You know what I'm saying? I can do that. I can go when I want to go, come back when I want to come back. I ain't got to answer to nobody and yada, yada, yada. You know? And like, well, I mean, your own person or whatever, but if you want to be with me, you got to understand that, hey, I got to go in here and cook dinner. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, I don't feel that people that don't have children, understand responsibility and really respect the fact that, time is all we got. You know what I'm saying? Time is all we got. You getting your time. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a cutoff.
So do you think people appreciate the time that people often give? Or you think it's just, I'm not getting enough of your time, so I'm done with you?
You know what? Nowadays, people are such cowards. I'm gonna say it's with women and men. They're such cowards because they will fall back, quote unquote. You wondering like all of a sudden, I don't know what told you ain't hitting me up no more. You're not coming through or whatever. And it's like, what's going on? Nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? But instead of being real, and saying like, hey, your situation didn't work for me. I didn't get enough time. I didn't get enough whatever it is that they were seeking. Ain't nobody. I mean, people nowadays they can't just say it. They can't be real. Just say it. Just say it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I ain't give you no time to say that, you know what I'm saying? People don't want to be real to just come on out and just say what it is. You know what I'm saying? They'll save a whole lot of this crap that's going on with this person getting caught over here and caught over there, and then went it back to the baby mama. I mean, like for real.
Yeah.
If people just be freaking real and just say what it is, you don't want what I'm giving. Hey, that's cool. Cause guess what? You know how many other ones out here that is? You know what I'm saying? I ain't finna sit around. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you can hate or whatever. Now, mama did always say, mama always said, keep a spare in the trunk. Mama said, keep a spare. Now, mama always said that, you know what? I lived by that for so many years, and I really messed myself up, I'm gonna say, and I really did a lot. I caught a lot of hurt to a lot of men because I was just like, hey, I felt like I gotta hold on to, I gotta be friends with these ones just in case. You know what I'm saying? I need to backslide, even though when I'm done, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never moved the same person twice. And I say that.
You always kept one in the back pocket.
Why? But why? But why did you always keep a rebound?
That's for another topic. That's whole rebound topic. That's a whole other topic. Okay, James. What's your answer? Do you prefer a woman with kids, without kids?
What you got, Jay?
Yeah. Over that. Over that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. The child didn't ask for what happened.
Okay, now if I'm around this person for a while, going on, I'm not saying I'm gonna step in and try to tell somebody what's this child. If I say, hey, let's do this, let's do that, that person might need to tell that.
I like how you put that. Because everybody's not receptive change that you may try to implement. Because, like I tell my kids, same mom, same daddy, y'all raise y'all kids so differently. You know what I'm saying? Where these two over here is so strict, you never know these kids are in the house. But the three boys, oh my God, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, full time they in the house, they just, I mean, yes. I mean, they are definitely 100% boys. But I just be like, how y'all? I mean, like y'all was raised, always was together. You know what I'm saying? My kids was never separated, so it's like seeing them in their relationship, and even as parents, it's just so different. And it's like, where do y'all get these different perspectives on? You know what I'm saying? On how to do this and that. And me personally, I'm like this. I raise mine. I don't tell them, hey, you do them like this or that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't tell you what kind of parents be, but I can offer suggestions of something that may, you know what I'm saying, help improve the situation. But like you say, if
We're gonna have to get her.
Don't work.
We're gonna have to get you back on here because I know there's some more topics that's gonna be real good that we have, and I know we kind of on time, and I know one of them is one of the ones like you just had with the rebounds. Because I know that's gonna be one of them good ones, and I know I'm gonna get multiple ladies on here when that happens, so we can have different perspective. Because it's gonna go into the whole little kind of battle of the sexes as far as because I kind of still want to get into that whole little. A question that was asked to me was the whole little men on gender role, as far as certain things that daughter can do that dudes can't. And there was something that you said, somebody had inboxed me and was like the stereotype. So they had the whole little question of the stereotype of a lot of dudes will let their sons have sex at an early age and be high five and this and that. So it's a whole another.
Do you really want your daughter? I'm just saying, let's be real.
And like I said, we're gonna get to it. Hey, y'all gonna have to stay tuned in. Hey, y'all gonna have to stay tuned in, like I said, this season because we got different topics. Like I said, and it's gonna get real good. We're gonna do a whole little battle of the sexes on the couch and stuff like that. We're gonna start doing little giveaways and t-shirt giveaways and stuff like that. I'm gonna get everybody a shirt, so when we do the battle of the sexes, it will be a team versus a team where y'all can keep the shirts and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And like I said, people always game banging. But yeah, we're gonna keep the ball rolling. I know it was another quick topic that I wanted to get into before we leave. We got good 15 minutes before we bounce up out of here. So the topic was on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being and it's no such thing as a perfect person. So define your 10 if you had to build your perfect person. Define your 10 if you have to, and it's gonna even go into the whole little sex factor. So this is gonna be a part 2 where we're gonna start it today.
That's a hard thing.
But we're gonna continue. We're gonna continue it next week because when you
like this, because it's like this. It's like if you had a time machine, right? If you had this machine to put whatever you want to describe your lady or your man, I guarantee you, once you hit that button, you're gonna be like, damn, I forgot to put that.
Yes.
Or damn, I forgot to say she cooked. Damn, I forgot to say I need
So
her.
that's why we're gonna break it into parts.
Man,
So that's why we will break it into parts. And like I said, I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna add that on the battle of the sexes and stuff like that, to where, like I said, we're gonna describe our perfect person and stuff like that. We're gonna go into what is that. What is
but
that?
Don't be cheating either, trying to write yours down.
What is it? Just giving everybody a chance to write it down. That's why I'm introducing it today. I'm letting everybody know, because like y'all said, it's something that you have to dwell on. You have to kind of think on your perfect person. And the thing about it is, we all been in love, and we all found that person to what we felt what love was supposed to feel like. So you can kind of play with some of that as far as like I said, ain't no such thing as a perfect person, but as far as for you, you're a perfect person. It don't have to be perfect for nobody else. It don't have to be to where nobody else can be like, it's your perfect person.
That's a list, bro.
And hey, bro, write it down. Hey, we're gonna get some of y'all viewers. We'll get y'all on the couch so y'all can voice y'all opinions. I know we got a lot of comments on both, on all three lives and stuff, because we on YouTube. We live on YouTube now. We on Facebook and stuff like that.
This is why the voice is rising, but we are entertaining the thoughts of a perfect person.
Yeah, we're in, but that goes into the question that I asked last time: is marriage in this generation the end goal? You got to think on that, because, and the only reason why I say that is because a lot of people in a relationship, it goes talking, friendship, boyfriend, girlfriend, marriage. Y'all don't like each other. Y'all not talking no more. So is that the end goal nowadays? Because after 4 or 5 years, and a lot of them not even lasting 4 or 5 years. In today's generation, I feel like that's the end goal. A lot of people look at it, like you said, as long as I get this ring on my finger and I can have that status of I was married, I was Mrs. what you such and such, or I was Mr. Boom Boom Boom, or I can say to my family, I've been married. Same thing with kids. A lot of women had kids because they wanted that love that they felt like they wasn't getting. So they felt like if they brought another soul in here, though they were struggling